M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason. And that can take you deep into January.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
And Mariota going to put it up right away. And his first pass is incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Justin Houston make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mariota. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time. And leading them, their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Now left side on the swing pass. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that will bring up second down. They go play action with Jackson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 7 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. From the red zone now, Mariota on the pit comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing, Mariota. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Right up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. On fourth down, Mariota is off, and on comes Atlanta's Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he returns this to the 22. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. the prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. Nifty move. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete. The Ravens at 11-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now Jackson on first down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw again. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
So that drive goes a full 80 yards and 10 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Mariota. Zaccheaus here hauling it in. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it with just a yard.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Mariota on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Mariota. Complete to Zaccheaus. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. To throw Mariota. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play action. Mariota. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack. The ball comes out, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A final shot before break. Jackson going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. Then on Sunday night, wrap up your Christmas day with a great one in the NFC. The Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern Time. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. offense set to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Jackson being chased out left. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Mariota. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Mariota to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On play action, Mariota. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Algier will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Koo now for the point after. gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
65 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talked often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your...
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Watson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Patterson running between the tackles. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jackson on first down. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Second down and 7. Now it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Mariota escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, here's Patterson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mariota now. And this will be caught by Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And a nice milestone. Last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Mariota's throw taken in by London. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Again, it's Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mariota's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. first down. Mariota
setting up the screen. Here's Algier.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
They'll run here with Algier.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Algier again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Throwing, Mariota. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cameron Batson from 3 yards out.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And this offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The
offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On third down, here's Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Dobbins again on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it'll be Edwards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 8. 1:07 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Mariota's throw there taken in by Hodge. Now a carry for Algier headed right. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. Clock rolling here. About to hit 30 seconds. Mariota. It's caught by Pitts. And the defense here giving him no recourse but to get out of bounds after a gain of just a yard. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Mariota. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Jackson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Ravens,